growing up in the wilds of suburbia. And to follow up the last video that I made, actually it was yesterday, that was on unity through maturity. I'm actively putting together as much as I can to try to give a platform for our communities to step up in a way that there's people that, they lack development or maturity in certain places. They could be lacking maturity in exercise, and they're not taking the right kind of care of themselves. They could be, they just don't know where to go with it, so they don't have the guidance to kind of take them someplace specific in order to achieve their goals. They could be, they're introverts and they don't really do a whole lot in their community, and ultimately they don't really end up with achieving a whole lot in society, and they kind of do their job, they go home, but they're not really satisfied. They become fairly unsatisfied with life. The continuation of my work that I've been doing on the maturity programs has really opened up quite a bit in why people struggle so consistently. People struggle with all kinds of things. A lot of times our struggles are related to where we're not developed, and our attachment to achieve something. So I'm really putting my work forward now and not sitting on it waiting till that product is polished. For those of you that are familiar with a company called SCORE, it's for a lot of entrepreneurs to help them get their platform started so they can actually achieve something, and not just sit around as a dreamer. But I've noticed that we don't really have a lot of that in our society as far as areas for maturity. So this is what this platform is for, is to help us boost up our maturity by giving exposure to certain things. If you are unfamiliar with how to lose weight, and perhaps it's a good time to go and sit down and talk to somebody that is in a community-based sense, that actually cares that you are, given the right kind of information, not just, okay, well, I'm going to go see a trainer and pay them forever until they give me what I want. It's more of the community raising itself in its own way. Same thing with finances. How many people are living paycheck to paycheck? Recently, the Fed was talking about, maybe it wasn't the Fed, I forgot. It was an advisor group for the United States that said that we were living within, the average American family has about 4 months of savings. The average American family lives paycheck to paycheck. Why is that? It's not like, people that they're not making enough money to save. A lot of people are spending more than they make. So my position now is to make sure that there's a platform, some place that we could all kind of come together and help build each other up. So, unity through maturity is more of that fundamental level of development, not necessarily this, major, when you've got, $80,000, you can step into this thing. Nothing like that. This is, what are we doing with our time? Are we spending more time watching our social medias and finding out where our gripes are going to be? Or are we spending more time to try to develop ourselves in a place that actually gets us someplace? I've had multiple mentors in my life, and I want to see more people have mentors in their own, for where they're needing support. If we don't find those things, you're going to sit back and find yourself frustrated and possibly making enemies where they're not, because you're sitting back in frustration, but envy sets in. Well, that person has the expensive, fantastic car, or that person has the big house, or they've got the money to go on vacations, or whatever it is, and then you just sit back upset about the fact that somebody else has something you don't, and then all of a sudden the ideas like eat the rich comes out. To me, that is one of the most asinine positions that you can have, because by saying eat the rich is that I don't want to learn from them, I want to destroy them. Why? Learn from everyone, no matter if they're an enemy or if they're a friend. Learn and develop. That's what this platform is for. So the unity through maturity is being brought to you by growing up in the wilds of suburbia. For those that have not really seen a whole lot of my work, you can check my Facebook as far back as I really have been on it. And I've always wanted to try to help support the community as much as possible. Check my YouTube channels and see exactly what kind of material I put out. I want to see us all to be able to develop in such a way that we can stop the struggles and get over it and move on to achieving things and stop making so many damn enemies every which way we turn. We've got the outrage mob for a reason. They're not existing because they don't have a reason. They have a reason to exist. Oh, its frustration over time has been unified in a way that they're out to just tear each other down. It's the crabs in the bucket thing that I mentioned the other day. It's not ants in a bucket, which is help each other to get out of it. It's to keep pulling each other back down. So this is the next step. I'm not going to go on and belabor people forever on this video. Sorry, I'm not sitting here with the, outlandish, crazy rhetoric and all the humor and all the stuff that people tend to really resonate around. And, oh, this is great and this is share worthy. This is something that we can actually make a change in the world with, that we all enjoy the change, not just a few of us. So with that, I'm gonna cut it short. Anybody that has caught my videos online, they'll realize I do go on for a bit, but usually I try to keep enough substance and value. This is the next step in being able to achieve something. With that, I hope that you guys join me in this process, or at least, if nothing else, consider in your own mind where you can play a role in your own community, and not necessarily just go through and figure out whose postings you're going to like, and who's going to get the laugh, the heart, the care, the angry face. And we can actually start moving towards, okay, well, I may be struggling here. Who do I know that's good and proficient in this area? Or if you are good and proficient in that area and you'd like to be able to actually hold a space with me, by all means, send me a message, and we can go from there. Thanks for your time. This is not a Jim Carrey moment. I'm not going to come on here and have a meltdown or be slapstick humor. This is just I'm just tired of going through and seeing everybody trying to eat each other alive. It's you hate cops or you hate people, whatever it is. It's just this is getting out of hand, and we can do something about it. So with that, thanks for your time, and look forward to the next video. Perhaps the next one will be a little bit more energetic. But in the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you at another time.